The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched, they must be felt with the heart. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Your success and happiness lies in you. Resolve to keep happy, and your joy, and you shall form an invincible host against difficulties. Never bend your head, always hold it high, look the world straight in the eye. Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. True happiness is not attained through self-gratification, but through fidelity to a worthy purpose. What I am looking for is not out there, it is in me. Love is like a beautiful flower, which I may not touch, but whose fragrance makes the garden a place of delight just the same. Love is like a beautiful flower, which I may not touch, but whose fragrance makes the garden a place of delight just the same. It is wonderful how much time good people spend fighting the devil. If they would only expend the same amount of energy loving their fellow men, the devil would die in his own tracks of ennui. The highest result of education is tolerance. The most pathetic person in the world is someone who has sight, but has no vision. Self-pity is our worst enemy, and if we yield to it, we can never do anything wise in this world. Until the great mass of the people shall be filled with the sense of responsibility for each other's welfare, social justice can never be attained. Once I knew only darkness and stillness. My life was without past or future, but a little word from the fingers of another fell into my hand that clutched at emptiness, and my heart leaped to the rapture of living. To me, a lush carpet of pine needles or spongy grass is more welcome than the most luxurious Persian rug. There is no king who has not had a slave among his ancestors, and no slave who has not had a king among his. All the world is full of suffering, it is also full of overcoming. People do not like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. The world is moved along not only by the mighty shoves of its heroes, but also by the aggregate of tiny pushes of each honest worker. While they were saying among themselves, "It cannot be done," it was done. Many persons have a wrong idea of what constitutes true happiness. It is not attained through self-gratification, but through fidelity to a worthy purpose. Science may have found a cure for most evils, but it has found no remedy for the worst of them all, the apathy of human beings. Of all the senses, sight must be the most delightful. It is a terrible thing to see and have no vision. It's wonderful to climb the liquid mountains of the sky. Behind me and before me is God, and I have no fears. As selfishness and complaint pervert the mind, so love with its joy clears and sharpens the vision. My share of the work may be limited, but the fact that it is work makes it precious. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. What we have once enjoyed we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Security is mostly a superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. The fearful are caught as often as the bold. Knowledge is love and light and vision. So long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good. Life is either a great adventure or nothing. Death is no more than passing from one room into another, but there's a difference for me, you know, because in that other room I shall be able to see. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. Faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into the light. One can never consent to creep when one feels an impulse to soar. No pessimist ever discovered the secret of the stars, or sailed to an uncharted land, or opened a new doorway for the human spirit. When we do the best that we can, we never know what miracle is wrought in our life, or in the life of another. Life is an exciting business, and most exciting when it is lived for others. Literature is my utopia. Here I am not disenfranchised. No barrier of the senses shuts me out from the sweet, gracious discourses of my book friends. They talk to me without embarrassment or awkwardness. The marvelous richness of human experience would lose something of rewarding joy if there were no limitations to overcome. The hilltop hour would not be half so wonderful if there were no dark valleys to traverse. I do not want the peace which passeth understanding. I want the understanding which bringeth peace. I can see, and that is why I can be happy, in what you call the dark, but which to me is golden. I can see a God-made world, not a man-made world. Smell is a potent wizard that transports you across thousands of miles and all the years you have lived. College isn't the place to go for ideas. I seldom think about my limitations, and they never make me sad. Perhaps there is just a touch of yearning at times, but it is vague, like a breeze among flowers. Toleration is the greatest gift of the mind. It requires the same effort of the brain that it takes to balance oneself on a bicycle. Strike against war, for without you no battles can be fought. No one has a right to consume happiness without producing it. Unless we form the habit of going to the Bible in bright moments as well as in trouble, we cannot fully respond to its consolations because we lack equilibrium between light and darkness. It is for us to pray not for tasks equal to our powers, but for powers equal to our tasks, to go forward with a great desire forever beating at the door of our hearts as we travel toward our distant goal.